Let us study about defects in timber. Timber has defects due to conversion, due to fungi, due to insects, due to natural forces, and due to seasoning. And due to conversion, it has four kind of defects. That is chip mark, diagonal grain, torn grain, vein. And fungi, because of fungi, there are six types of defects. That is blue stain, brown rot, dry rot, hard rot, wet rot, and white rot. We will discuss about defects in timber, portion covering conversion, due to conversion and due to fungi in this video lecture. Okay, so first one is defect due to conversion. So due to conversion, conversion means the trunk part of the tree, we are converting that into timber. Under that effect, after this dressing, what all defects are there because of this conversion? That is covered here. The first one is chip mark. Chip mark means because of chipping or because of that chipping process, what if there is any depression or indentation that occur on the finished surface of timber, that is defect due to chip mark. See here, this defect, this chip mark occurs because on the finished surface because of the conversion. So that is a kind of defect. Now the next one is diagonal grain. Always the grains are running parallel to the long edges like this. But some grains, because of our sewing operation, our mistakes, that will have diagonal grains like this. In this case, the strength is reduced. If you compare that with the grains having parallel orientation, because of this diagonal orientation, the strength is decreased. So that is a defect. So that is defect due to diagonal grain. Then we will have tone grain. See, because of our planner falling on the surface, on the dressed surface, there are irregularity or depressions occurring like this. That is defect due to torn grain. Then vein. Vein means at the end or at the corners or at the edges, we will have portions where timber is or wood is absent. That defect is called vein. Now we will discuss about defect due to fungi. Fungi are actually microscopic plant organisms and they attack only if two conditions are satisfied. So the first condition is that moisture content should be about 20%. This means that in dry condition, in dry places, this fungi cannot act and it needs presence of air and warmth. It means that this cannot act. The fungi cannot act under seawater. Under seawater, if we build a wooden structure, this fungi cannot act there because presence of air is not there under seawater. So that these two conditions has to be satisfied for fungi to act on it, on the timber. Okay, so because of fungi, the following defects occur. The first one is blue stain. That is a kind of sap stain. Sap stain, as the name suggests, this fungi it feeds on the cell content of sapwood. So we have already discussed about sapwood, hardwood and all. So on the sapwood cell content, this fungi is feeding and because of that the sap gets stained. Stained means discolored. So blue stain is a kind of sap stain in which the sap become blue in color. It generally happens when the moisture content is beyond 25%. See here, this portion, this is stained, the color is changed here. So that is about blue stain. The next one is brown rot. Brown rot, as the name suggests, the timber become brown in color. It is because of the removal of cellulose compounds. Because of some fungi will remove these cellulose compound and this makes the wood into brown color. And this will continue, okay, this decomposition will continue and it will reach a stage where these compounds, this is also called as cubical rot, because this occurs like cubes. See the picture here, this occurs like cubes, this rot occurs like cubes. So because of that this is called as cubical rot also. So as the decomposition advances, it reaches a stage where this is powdered. Okay, that case is very disastrous one. That is the most destructive kind of fungal attack. That is called dry rot, in which the felled tree will be decomposed into powders. See here, powders. Here, all powders are formed. This cubical sections that will later become like powders. So, if timber is improperly seasoned, and if it is put in moist, warm, and confined atmosphere having no free air flow, then this will occur. Okay, and this fungi, if you put it in air or sunlight, this will die. This fungi will die. So, the best remedy in order to remove this dry rot is to remove the affected part and to paint the remaining part. Okay, so the best remedy to protect the wood. That is, we cannot the damaged part, we cannot do anything. The best remedy in order to prevent or protect the remaining part is to remove the affected part and paint the remaining part. That is about dry rot. Then the next one is hard rot. Hard rot, see this picture here, the central portion that is made hollow. So if we struck this one with a hammer, this wood with a hammer, then you will hear a hollow sound. This is because this hard rot is caused when the branch which we cut from the tree, we are exposing that to atmospheric condition. So because of the atmospheric agents, this happens. The next one, wet rot. Wet rot means, as the name suggests, this is because of the alternate wetting and drying. So, suppose, like nearby the drainage basins and all, if there is any timber piece, there will be alternate wetting and drying in those areas. And if there is some unseasoned wood in that is getting exposed to rain and wind, in those conditions also wet rot will occur. See this is like dark. The color is changing here. It is getting darker, and this material actually it might be soft. Sometimes it on the outer there won't be any problem, but inside it will be brittle, and if you struck it, it will be like cracking. So that kind of defect, that is wet rot. So that is chemical decomposition of wood is occurring, and that is at last getting converted into grayish brown powder. So to prevent this, we will have to prevent this well seasoned timber. The timber we have to make it well seasoned, and we should properly paint or tar it. Okay, so that is regarding wet rot. The next one is white rot. As the name suggests, this will be white in color. This rot will make the timber look white in color. This is actually the opposite of brown rot. Actually, brown rot means the timber is getting brown in color. Here, this is opposite of that. The lignin layer, this is attacking the lignin. So lignin forms the cell walls of bark. So on the cell walls of bark, this fungi will attack, and inside softer, lighter portion, which is lighter in color, that is cellulose. So that cellulose is getting exposed. So this lighter portion, sometimes this fungi even attack the cellulose portion, and the next layer is getting exposed. So lighter layers are getting exposed that will be nearly white in color. So that is why this is called as white rot. So this gives a white appearance to timber. That is regarding white rot. So we have now discussed about defect due to conversion and due to fungi. I hope you like this video. You have understood everything. And if you like this video, please do subscribe and press the bell icon. The coming lectures we will have more discussion on the various defects of timber.